So Curtis, coming up, Howard just announced that he's going to have a big birthday bash for himself on January 31st at a venue to be announced, and he's going to be turning the big 6-0.
Oh, yeah.
I know you were a lot of years behind that, right?
No, I'm turning the big 6-0 March 26th.
Oh, so you guys are pretty close in age then.
Yeah, him and also Al Sharpton.
Oh, good old Al.
All in that troika, that trinity, that trifecta.
How do you get along with Al these days?
Hate him. But I know he's a total shakedown extortion artist.
Yeah. I'm down with that. And I think Howard will pretty much call him out on that also.
Oh man, the guy, this Barney's thing and this Macy's thing, he sees the money.
Yeah.
He sees it. He's selling them a civil rights insurance policy.
He's like, write me a check and I'll put in a good word for you.
That buying a few tables at my National Action Hate Network annual dinner.
Right. Yeah, totally. So, I mean, they haven't said who's getting tickets yet to Howard's birthday party. Would you want to be invited to Howard's birthday party?
Of course. What am I, a person of no consequence?
I mean, you have a lot of history with the show.
Oh, history with the show. I made him, like everyone else claims to have made him. I made the guy. Jimmy Kimmel himself will be emceeing the party. Oh, see, now all of a sudden the Trenddeutscher involved. See, I knew Howard when people wouldn't even give him the time of day.
Jimmy Kimmel was but maybe swimming around in his father's, unmentionable.
Exactly. Jimmy Kimmel wasn't even a thought in the consciousness of his parents at that time. And yet what happened to people like me, right, who were there when he was getting traumatized and vilified? I remember sitting with Howard Stern. He was with the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce because they were harassing NBC because of his broadcast. And he came in and he buffaloed them by saying, well, you got to get into transcendental meditation. Out there at the University of Iowa State, the guru is there, Maharishi Yogi. Transcendental meditation can do a lot for the world. And they were there to basically slice him and dice him. He ended up just taking over the meeting. They were like, TM, transcendental meditation. And I said, oh, man. This guy has definitely pulled their chains and chewed their BVDs. And he pulled it off because, they were ready to use their pressure on NBC to revoke his ability to broadcast. And he basically bamboozled them. Although he's a true believer. I've heard him say this before about transcendental meditation.
Sure, I practice it myself.
Yes.
It keeps me sane.
Yes.
So I hope to see you at the birthday party. I hope I get an invite.
Well, we may be on the outside looking in. He's got a whole group of new sycophants, toadies, lackeys who are just that. Because if ever the boot falls, they will be fair weather friends because they're just on for the high end of the ride. They weren't there from the beginning.
Yeah, I've been with them for a while. I'm a loyal fan.
Yes.
And I hope to see you at the party.
Yeah, I hope I get the invitation.
I'm going to talk to Gary for you.
Oh, yeah, Gary, my very dear kumbadi Cheech. Hopefully he hasn't forgotten me.
Baba Booey himself.
Exactly. Hopefully he will take my phone call and won't introduce me to Mr. Click.
Now, do you have a radio show right now? Do you take phone calls?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's...
Has anybody called up and Baba Booey'd you?
Oh, many times. I've had people basically really take me on a yarn and then just cold bust me, psych. Where you're into their story, you're into their trauma, or whatever it is, and they got your hook, line, and sinker. Well, that's the beauty of talk radio.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to call your show now and Bowie bomb your show.
Definitely.
It'd be an honor.
It'll be like a badge of courage to be Baba Booey on talk radio in New York. It's like you're not a talk radio show host unless you've been Baba Booeyed at least a dozen times.
A lot of the reporters come around and they tell me, to get initiated here in New York to be a true reporter, you have to get Bowie bombed live on the air.
Yeah, but they always take umbrage to it.
A lot of them do.
With it. They act like they're Walter Cronkite. It's like, you're a news.
Like they're out there curing cancer or something.
You're a freaking newsreader.
Yeah.
Somebody puts it up on the teletype and you read it. If you had to do any improv or do any stand-up, you would be like a deer, blinking in front of the floodlights.
It's really good talking to you, Curtis.
Oh, my pleasure.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey to you, too.
That's great.